I have here Hemshich to our discussion last week about the Eruv, and I just want to clarify something, and that is the ambivalence which I discussed last week about an Eruv. I think I used the word urban Eruv about 10 times. If you have an Eruv which is clearly just a couple of houses which got an Eruv with one another, there's no problem at all. The question here was about a street Eruv, which is street, which is a whole area, which would mean that people are kind of switching off to the concept of not carrying on Shabbos. But now, here, not dealing with that now, we're dealing with, here you have what you see on the picture, there's a passageway. Let's say Reuven, can you see where that yellow bin is? Well, behind that, somewhere a bit beyond that, there's the door. So this is the passageway out of Reuven's house. Happens to be that upstairs, or somewhere along the passage, there's another user of that passage. So it's outside his property, but there's someone upstairs who uses that passage. That's their access to the street, or even not. So now here's the question. I have a premises, and there's someone else who doesn't use my premises other than to walk through my premises to get out to the street. So is that okay? Because they're not sharing the premises, or the fact that they walk through itself is an issue. Now, I'll give you another example. In some of these fancier blocks of flats, you have every floor is a separate owner. A separate, whatever you call them. They own their own flats, and every floor is but they carry in the corridor, because that corridor is their corridor, but the upstairs goes through their corridor if they want to go down. So here you have, it's not a shared use other than rights of way. Does rights of way of someone else invalidate your ability, your rishus to use this premises? So here we have the interesting lashon. Regel hamuteres bimkoimo, eino oiseres sheloi bimkoimo, which means like this. If there's, going back, let's say there's 2 yards. Each one has got 5 houses. There's the inner yard and the outer yard. Now the inner yard they make their Eruv, and they don't share the outer yard. They just have the rights of way to go outside. They go out through the outer yard. So they have an Eruv within their inner yard. That's called a regel hamuteres bimkoimo. If they have an Eruv, they don't need to make an Eruv with the outer yard. Their traversing the outer yard doesn't invalidate the permission of the outer yard to use their premises. If, however, the inner yard did not have an Eruv, they are called a regel asura bimkoimo, then their traversing the outer yard to get to the street violates the Eruv, and the outer Eruv is going to be invalid. So this is where you have sometimes the fact that there's going to be someone traversing through your premises may be reason to, if it's 2 people or more, they're going through your premises would actually violate and invalidate your permission to use that premises. So if it's a goy who's has the rights of way, there's an eitzah called schirus rishus, which means you go over to him before Shabbos, or come once a year or once in 10 years, whatever. You give them a nominal amount. You say, for religious reasons, I want to rent the exclusive rights. And of course, you are welcome to use it, and it doesn't have to be documented. You just give them £1, whatever nominal amount, and that's called schirus rishus. It becomes more complicated if the person there is a Jew who does not keep Shabbos. You can't join him in an Eruv. He is not complicit to the concept of Eruv. He doesn't understand. He doesn't identify with Eruv. On the other hand, so the point is you'd have to do schirus rishus again with this with this non-shomer Shabbos neighbor. So there is a solution to this. And I say there's a solution to do schirus rishus from the neighbors. But if not, the fact that they walk through your premises with right does invalidate the Eruv.